So, I'm going to make the car face this direction that I'm facing right now. And you should have your car lifted into the air. Luckily, that my camera cut off in the last video, and you didn't miss that part, hopefully. But what's next is, we're going to start to copy this pink wheel right here. So, just slowly select it, click and drag like this. Click, drag. And click Shift-C, and just put this wheel up here. So now, you'll have something that sort of looks like this. Looks a little bit wonky, but that's because we're using Roblox hinges. I can show you guys a way to not need Roblox hinges in another video. And the next step, actually, is fairly simple. We just select this thing, and then we select this, and we weld. And as you can see, I welded the blue to the blue. So we have this to that. It's all welded together, and let's make sure the camera's picking that up. Now, when I climb up this truss thing I got going on here, make sure my normal's on, our vehicle should power that. Oh, I see. I made a mistake. I'll show you the mistake. This blue wheel is anchored. So if you click, drag, and then click on the blue stick over here, go to your anchor tool here and unanchor. Now, it spins. As you can see, your thingamajig powers the whole system. There you go. So now, you can power that. But you're wondering, why are we putting something all the way out there? This way we can drive straight forwards. Basically, this wheel here is going to power another wheel facing this direction I'm facing right now. And we should be able to do that right now, actually. So all we do is we select our blue wheel, click, drag, select, click on your arrow tool up here so you can actually see that it's selected, and then click Shift-C, paint your copy purple, and then rotate it like this. Bam. And then move it over like this and plop it in. Okay, I'm going to jump over here and then rotate it. You want to set your rotation to 1, like so. Oop, the car sort of rotated on me, it's alright. And then you want to scooch the gear sort of over, so it's just like the others, sort of partly in, partly not. The next step on your purple gear is you want to go over to this B tool and add a hinge to it. So click on it, click it again, make sure you have the back selected, and add a hinge. So now we have a hinge on the back of that. And then the next step is to add our wheels and our sticks that hold the wheels. So you want to click on this wheel. I gotta make sure my software didn't stop recording again. And click Shift-C and pull this out like this. As you can see, now we have a copy of that. But now we're going to go back up to our B tool, go over to the left, and set it smooth. And then we're going to paint this green. And we're going to shrink this thing down. Oop. Go over to your both right here and shrink this thing down. Extend it. And pull it in like this. And you will see here that it connects. Ooh, we have a little bit of a gap. Bam, okay. So it should be pretty perfect. Then we're going to copy that green thing one more time and paint it like a blue and shrink it down. Use both on your sizing tool to shrink and just sort of pull it in, but don't make this piece touch that piece, and I'll tell you why here in a second. And then use normal scaling to sort of stretch that out over here. Then make a copy of that blue piece and yank it over here. And then make a copy of one of those one more time, paint it pink, then use both real fast to make it really big, but use both again to shrink it down like into a wheel shape, and then keep making it really big like this. These will be your wheels. They're just big enough to work. Then we'll do the same thing for the back wheels. We might have to change the material, and we won't power the back wheels because that can cause an issue because of the way rotation flows. And I'll teach you guys about that in another video because there's so much to learn. So, now what we do is we'll just copy this wheel here, and this thing, and the center of the purple wheel. See how all these sticks poke off the purple wheel? But you only need the center of it. You copy that, and then you put it in the back, like this. And then I'll tell you the reason for this thing. So basically, as you spin that, that rotation spins this, which spins this, which spins this, which spins these wheels. Bam. But there's still one more thing we have to do. We have to weld the wheels to this gear. So we have to click, drag, select like this, then hold shift and click on the green thing so it's not selected. And if it's already not selected in your thing, the way you'll know is it won't have a yellow thing on it. And if it is selected on your thing, it will have a yellow thing on it. So just click shift, click on it, unselect it. Then hold shift and select your blue thingy, your pink thingy. Same thing on this other side here. And then go over to the chain tool, go over to the left side and weld to last. And you probably can unanchor it ahead of time. Yeah, go over and unanchor, and this should happen. So it's still floating because this green thing here is floating. Don't unanchor the green thing. And then we'll do the same thing in the back here. You just select the pink and blue wheel, select the purple wheel here, select the other pink and blue thing, weld them together, and unanchor them. And they won't fall. Now the next step is actually one of the hardest steps. Is we have to weld all the car parts together. And I will color code the car parts for you guys before we get going. So let's just make them all green. Where's another one of those things? No. Okay. So these are the car parts, I'm pretty sure. I'm just double checking here. And this is also technically a car part. So just hold shift and click on this green thing by the front wheels. Click this green thing by the thingy that transfers the energy. Click on this green stuff that holds the thingy that rotates. And click on this green thing that holds the back wheels. And now that should be all like the rotating hinge pieces. But next we actually have to select every one of these white plastic things. And if we miss one of them, it could be bad. So I'm just going to make sure I have all of mine. Maybe you guys did yours differently. And then we weld. So you go over to your weld thing, you weld them, then you unanchor. And the whole thing should fall out of the sky. There we go. So it worked. Making sure my video didn't stop. And now we can power our car. It might not get going right away, but don't worry, we'll get going. See how it's starting to move? It's going to sort of fall in. It's better to push from the outside. As you can see, we've achieved moving at a snail's pace Roblox badge. Which isn't actually a Roblox badge, but as you see, the more you push, the faster it goes. There is a way to make a turning system, and there is actually a way to design this thing to go faster than this. I just made it really big for you guys. The reason it's going so slow is A, these wheels aren't the right sizes, because if you change the sizes of the wheels, it will go faster or slower. And B, these wheels here are ginormous and they're super heavy. And because they're super heavy, we're going super slowly. But now, I'll just film this for a little bit, so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like, how it works, just in case you didn't really understand me explaining it and you want to just try and reverse engineer it. So yeah. And that's pretty much it. They also can go backwards. I'll show you that real quick. If I can stop it because it's so big and heavy. Yeah, see? Now it will go backwards, but of course now it's being powered from the rear, technically. Once you get it going, because it's so heavy, it just keeps going, it seems like. Ooh, it doesn't really like to go backwards. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys liked it. And I guess bye.